All right. Good evening or good morning, wherever you at. We're live. We got a very good show for you guys today. All right. We're going to talk about misconceptions of passport bros. Passport bros have everybody in a rut. We're getting a lot of attention right now, some positive, some negative, but we're going to talk about it and we're going to clear some things up. Okay. We're going to set the record straight. This little bad boy right here, all right, for some reason got everybody up in arms right now. So we're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about it. All right, guys? We'll be right back.
No matter where I go, no matter where I be. We'll be rocking it like that, man. I love the fit of this shirt, bro.
Bro, look, I just have to get off the elevator. Look at it. The BMT shirt on. You know, we representing all over in Thailand, man.
What's up, y'all? It's the Travel OG, and I gotta do my BMT commercial, man, for my BMT shirt, man. This shirt is so dope, man. It shows off your guns, fits your muscles, gives you room at the bottom for the belly, and then you repping the BMT brand, man. So make sure y'all pick up that BMT shirt, because it's fire. It looks good. He got them in different colors, and I'm telling y'all, man, the fit, it ain't that cheap. It's a real quality shirt, man. I love it, BMT. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for blessing me with the shirt. And I'll see you on the other side. You dig?
Fellas, don't forget to check out the Black Man Travels merch store where you can purchase BMT t-shirts, tank tops, travel quote tees, and much more. All right, we are back and we are live. Welcome, family, to another show. Let's see who we all got in the room right now. We got my boy Jay Clyde in the building. Shout out to my dude Jay Clyde. All right. We got Tobias the Traveler coming in. Member. Appreciate you coming on, bro. 2:30 a.m. in Thailand. Yes, it's late, man. It's late. He says, thanks for taking the time at BMT and staying up late. Yeah, man, this is late here. But I know it's the evening where most of you guys are at. All right. So I appreciate you guys for joining me. All right. But we got a good show today. We have somewhat of a reaction show today. I know you guys been seeing all types of videos about the passport bros. You know, like I said before, some positive, some negative. You know, but a lot of shade been thrown, a lot of microaggressions, you know, shade been thrown. So we're going to clear it up about some misconceptions and actually what the definition of a passport bro is. So after we do the reaction video, I'm going to give my commentary, and then I'm going to bring some guys on the panel. You know, if you're free, if you're cammed up, you can come on to the panel, and we can chop it up, man. We can just talk about, you know, some misconceptions and just set the record straight, because it's, like I said, it's a lot of shots being thrown right now. Some guys are getting it. I mean, we welcome in about, man, it had to be about 243 members today alone. All right. And the Passport Bros Facebook group, right? So it's growing. We at 7K and growing. I want to show this little clip real quick, because I know a lot of you guys are familiar with this video. All right here. Somebody posted that in the group. I know this video got like a lot of views right here. Musicians, hold on, I just lost it. Hold on. There we go. And a lot of people missed this right here. A lot of people missed this. I want you to see this real quick. I can't play the audio, but I know you guys are familiar with this song right here. It's a very real nice laid back song, really good vibe. It is in the studio jamming out. All right. And as you can see in the background, look at his hands. Look what he got in his hand, family. Look what he got in his hand. So check this out. Bam. Look at that. Passport. Thinking about freedom right there. He got his passport. That says volumes. That says volumes right there. All right. Quietly. Boom. You already know what it is with him. He's a passport bro. You already know what it is. Getting out the matrix. Get out the states. You already know, all right? So, guys, if you haven't already joined make sure you join the private Facebook group, Black Men Travels 2.0 and Passport Bros. You just got guys, posting healthy food, doing trip reports, telling us about their experiences overseas. All right. All throughout that. It's a lot of other stuff too in the Passport Bros group, but you can just check it out, sign up for it. I said, give us some time because we had over 243 requests to get in that group today, man. So it's growing. The movement is growing strong. The thing about media and they say all publicity is good publicity. I'll be that to a certain degree. But yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, I've never had this many views in a month, bro. This is a good month for the Passport Bros. Like I say, either negative or positive, it's still bringing light to our movement. All right. That's why we have to be very strategic and careful on our image. We got to take control back of our image and make sure we send out a positive message. And we all know Passport Bros are about being progressive and about being positive. All right. We don't have any beef with anybody. Let me say that again. We don't have any beefs with anybody, but we will return fire. Okay. That way people will get the truth and not all these, false lies and misconceptions about, what men are doing and traveling overseas. All right. In totality, because we all know men are very different. Some guys like to do it this way. Some guys like to do it that way. All right. Let's see who's all in the chat. Shout out to E-Man Perry in the building. What up, E-Man? What's good with you? All right. Let's see. Came the Conqueror Dam in the middle, bumping some music while working. Notification came through. That's what's up, man. Welcome to the show. That's right. Black man with a passport ruffles people's feathers for some reason. Don't know why. We just mind our business, man. We just enjoying ourselves. Why the hate, baby? Why the hate? All because of this blue book that we carry? Come on, man. All because of this? So let's hop on into it. Let's hop right on into it. Shout out to everybody that's joined me today. Let's get it. Now, I don't have the video all the way queued up. You're just going to kind of skip through because it's a 2-hour stream. Let me play this. Let me put this on here. Hold on. All right. So this is, I believe, a Puerto Rican, Latina sister. I want to say she looks familiar. I think she got into it with Tariq Nasheed. All right. I think on one of his streams. I forgot what the title was, but I believe this is her. Her name is Jen. So let's get this some context, guys. The title of the video is U.S. Bros versus Passport Bros. And the way she sets it up, now let me put this out there real quick. The way I do reaction videos, guys, I don't talk about the person, all right? I don't know her. I don't insult anybody like that. That's just not my dig. Never will do something like that. I think it's corny when people do that, especially if they behind a little sneaky little avatar or something like that throwing shots. But I will talk about some of her talking points and how she set the show up. All right. She had like a lot of little microaggressions, even from the intro of the show, even the title, U.S. Bros versus Passport Bros. Bro, what are you talking about? We don't have any. This is the thing. We don't have any issues with anybody. Dog, if you want to be in the United States, by far, be in the United States. We're not talking about you. We're not even concerned about what you got going on in your daily activities in the United States. All right. Some guys, hey, that passport is all they want to do. All they want to talk about is their travels. All right. Some guys don't want to travel. They want to just sit in the States and do that. Hey, you can do your thing too. So there is no beef. So the title alone, U.S. Bros versus Passport Bros. And then the way she set it up with the context of, all these guys. But I'll show you. Let's get to the show. Let's get to it.
All right, guys. So let's get this party started. Let me get my banner. Oh, if you're not going to super chat me, you want to cash at me instead, it is scrolling on the bottom. You see right there, it says on the block with Jen. I'm also on the block with Jen at Cash App. If super chat isn't your thing and you want to hit me direct, do that.
All right, here we
go. Tonight's topic is US bros versus passport bros. Now, for the record, I coined the phrase US bros. All right. It's not something that I saw anywhere. I'm just like, what would be the opposite of passport bros? US bros, right? So tonight, I invited some men who I've seen and heard and conversed with, and they are all attractive men. They're all doing well in their lives, okay? And they're all dating.
Yes, I'm from, yeah, I know she's Puerto Rican. Yeah, I know.
And marrying successfully in our country. These are not passport bros. These are not men who have trouble with women and submission.
All right, so you see the shot early on, right from the beginning. You see the shot. You see how she said. Now she said before she wanted to do like a fair and balanced. Well, she didn't have any passport bro on the panel, and I sent her an email. I said, hey man, I want to just get some the record straight. You can come on my show. I can come on your show. Let's talk about. Let's do more of a balanced panel. All right, because right now it just seems like you're just beating up on the guys that decide to travel. And so what if you decide to marry a woman overseas? Isn't that what y'all want? Right? Like if the way she set it up, if you so concerned, right? You're so concerned as we incels, don't you want us to leave? All right. Right? I mean, that's more for you. That's more the guys you would want. Are you correct? Am I correct? Come on. Let's go.
Right? So why on earth are they still dating and marrying in the country and not leaving us?
You peep that? You peep that? Not leaving us. You peep that?
Has to explain this shit, and I want to know why. And I invited them up here. Okay, these men are dating and marrying successfully in the United States of America. Now remember, the passport bros are leaving because the women in this country are uncontrollable and not marriage material. They do not submit. But I'm gonna bring some guys up tonight.
So it's interesting that they attach our message with that starting off the bat. All right. Nothing about the benefits of living overseas. All right. It's all about the women, the women, the women, the women. So she starts off with that. All right. These guys. So she's attaching that to all guys with passports, passport bros. Even if you decide to live overseas for a better quality of living, better health care, all right, lower cost of living. All right. Being around a beautiful culture of melanated people all throughout Brazil and Colombia, good people. All right. Being more and more conducive environments for health, meaning it's more warmer. You don't have to go through cold climates. Everything with passport bros right now being thrown is always going to be about the whole debate about the women, the women, the women, the women, the women. We know guys, especially guys that live overseas, that's the last thing on our minds, man. But let's go. Let's continue. And we're not going to play the whole video. Don't worry. I'm just going to play a few clips. I really want you guys to see what the guys are saying more so than what she's saying.
We're married, who have women that submit, who are doing well. Like I said, feelings are going to be hurt tonight. And if you got a beef, jump on the panel when we're done our discussion. All right, so without further ado, like I said, the guy's gonna take over today. Tuesday shit, this, that, then the third. But when I see men I admire and respect, I have to also celebrate that. Okay, there has to be balance, and there's not a lot of balance on YouTube, right?
So I want to get right into what these guys are saying about the passport bros. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and jump right on into it. And I'm not familiar with these guys' YouTube channels. I'm not really familiar with them or their message or their movement or anything like that. I see one guy's named Alpha Villains or something like that. I don't know who the other guy is, but shout out to them.
So your woman's supposed to be a reflection of you. So what does that say about you, bro?
Hold on.
Absolutely. There's definitely hypocrisy there. And again, that's why these labels and these communities are very dangerous. The red pill and shit. Now, I'm cool with a lot of red pill dudes, and I kind of came into the space.
Now we're being attached to the red pill. Okay.
As red pill, but as time passed, I started to realize that I'm not necessarily into labels per se. Like, red pill, black pill, MGTOW, all that shit. At the end of the day, for me, If a guy wants to go overseas and learn the hard way, let him.
I'm pretty sure this guy doesn't have a passport with that statement, but let's continue.
The best lessons are through trial and error. Now, here's my problem, Jen. There's a lot of people on YouTube, alleged dating coaches and shit, that are mad at these young boys for wanting to do this. Perhaps it's hitting their bottom line in their pockets.
It's true statement. Some truth there. Fair use, YouTube, fair use.
Maybe that's a factor. Other times they're saying that they actually care about these guys, so they want to protect them and prevent them from getting finessed outside the country. The bottom line is this. The way I see it,
So another shot, passport bros are being finessed out of the country. Let me show you this stat real quick. I want to show you guys the stat because the other guy makes some statements as well. I don't know if I can cue it up. I do have a time marker, but so we can just shorten it up. I know you guys don't want to listen to the whole 2-hour video. The guy on top statement was basically stating that, you know, the women are only with us for green cards. We cannot bring the women back to the States because if we bring them back to the States, they're going to leave us. So that's how we're getting finesse. But I want to show you guys something real quick before we play the rest of the video. I think I got that up. Let me give me 1 second, fam. Hold on. I want to show you guys something real quick. I want to pull this up. Where are we at here? Okay, right here. All right. So this is the top 13 countries with the highest divorce rates. All right. And you know, number 13 is the United States. They're tied. Actually, they're tied. So they could be technically number 10. All right. With the highest divorce rates in the world, hands down. All right. So we're talking about women leaving, you know, us, whether it be, you know, overseas, whether it be back in the United States. When you come from a country where you have a 50% chance of getting divorced. All right. Now let's look at the top 12 countries with the lowest divorce rates. Let's see here, right here. You got Sri Lanka coming in at number 1. That's the Middle East. You know, they don't really do divorce like that. You got Guatemala coming in at number 2. Vietnam, you know, near here. All right. You got Peru. You got South Africa coming in at number 6. All right. I'm talking about the top 12 countries with the lowest divorce rates. But guess what's number 8? Colombia. All right. A country that a lot of passport bros like to frequent. Why is that? That's very interesting. All right. So these women are coming from a country with one of the top lowest divorce rates in the world. All right. In the world, in Colombia. Then you got Panama right here coming in at number 11. Then you got Venezuela coming in at number 15. All right. So they speak on, you know, women leaving and reasoning why. Well, guess what? You don't have to necessarily worry about losing it all overseas. All right. Let's get back. Let's get back to the show. Hold on.
let them go. There's more for us here. Whoever wants to stay here has the ability to take advantage of the women that are here. Here's the problem.
I agree. I 100% agree.
When you go across the seas, in another country, Jen, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is appear to be American, and everyone will want to submit to you for that particular time.
That's not true. Once again, another misconception. That's not true at all. All right. Women falling all at your kneecaps and everything. Hey, maybe in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, but now that's not true at all. That's not true at all. You still have to date like a normal human being. All right. We're not going to these countries and women just, flying on our knees because they're so poor and impoverished and we're going to save them. That's another misconception. Big lie right there. I wish I had some sound effects, but big lie right there. And I'm going to catch some super chats in a minute, family. Appreciate the super chats.
The problem with that is now you have I heard somebody on a panel just say you don't have to be in shape. You don't have to be in shape to go overseas to get admiration from women. You could literally look like a Fat Albert,
Yep.
look like a Fat Albert and go
That's
and get
true.
women.
So now we're being attached with being Fat Alberts. Remember, we're incels now. We can't attract women in the States. This is their whole talking point, right? Why they have an issue with it when that means there's more women for them, I don't know. He even said it himself.
What is that doing to the men wanting to strive for shit? Because in the real world, Jen, we already know the winners only win, right? Losers. So going across the seas, it's helping men feel like mediocrity is okay. And in the real world, mediocrity is not okay. You ain't got to be brolic, but you got to be in shape. There's so many other issues. So
now let me finish.
At the end of the day, this conversation is about women. Now, I don't have a problem with women, but in my view, and I could be a little bit judgmental, the women overseas, the majority of them are lower quality women.
Come on, fam. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. Has he ever been overseas? I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But let me ask you this. When you say he makes a statement about mediocrity, right? And guys, I guess, selling, what takes more initiative, more drive, more focus, and more success? The guys that punch a clock every day, 9 to 5, nothing wrong with that. You know, going to work, paying their taxes on time, that's what's up. Or the guy that decided to move overseas, leverages the American dollar, make U.S. dollars, lower cost of living, better health care, better food. All right. Wouldn't that guy be deemed to be picking up another language? All right. Getting married, finding love in a country where the divorce rate is one of the lowest divorce rates in the world. All right. You have more time to spend with that person. When do you consider that to be more of a success? I mean, am I confused about what success truly is? Interesting. Let me catch these super chats, man. We in here. Let me catch these super chats. I think I missed where we at. Shout out to Midtown Universe with the follow-up super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, "What's good, fam? What's good? We just here chopping it up, man. We in here chopping it up. All right." All right. Shout out to James with the follow-up super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Are you going to hit up Laos, Vietnam, or Indonesia before you leave Thailand? Everyone that I know that has been to Thailand has a hard time leaving. It's very difficult. It is very difficult to leave this country. It really is. You know, it's difficult to leave all these countries, man. But shout out to James D with the follow-up super chat. I really appreciate that. All right. I have no wants whatsoever to go back to the United States and beef with the U.S. bros. All right. They got this one. They won this battle. All right. We got what's good. BMT's Big Wheel representing Passport Gurus out of here in 2 months. That's what's up, man. Shout out to the Passport Gurus. I like that name, man. That's a dope little name. Shout out to you for the follow super chat. All right. It's J. Clyde said that's false. Big lie. That guy was thinking how he twisted that in there. Oh, all day. They're throwing shots at us, man. They're doing a little return fire. But hey, shout out to them. You know, we're not, like I said, we're not digging at their character. We're just talking about their talking points. All right. And I'm not going to play too much more of the video. You know, we don't want to get caught up with the fair use or anything like that. Like I said, I invited the sister to come on the channel. I emailed her, so hopefully she might get back. She might not. All right. Pandering to 40-year-old unmarried Latina feminist. Yeah, I believe she got real nasty with Tariq Nasheed, and she actually said some pretty bad things about, I think, black people, if I'm not mistaken. If that's her, you know, I want to put that on her, but I believe that was her. All right, so it's interesting. But pandering to shout out to Top End with $2 super chat, man. I really appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Damon Walton says, make more sense. All right. He says, I dare him to call my African girl lower quality. My African girlfriend would easily be a 10 in America. That's a big misconception, man. Big misconception. But that's okay. Hey, by all means, stay in America, man. Stay in America. Shout out to my dude, Tobias the Traveler. Once again, shout out to you. All right. All right, we got a super chat. Shout out to Volcanus, I believe. Okay, that's a nice name, man. With John super chat, man, I really appreciate that. He says, salute BMT in the chat. What you're hearing is defeated men. They settled and they know it. No one cares For American women overseas, they're invisible if they only knew. All right. Shout out to him with a $10 super chat. All right. Shout out to him. They don't know. They don't know no better. They don't know no better. Everybody, lower quality. Once again, this is why I got to pull this stuff up. We got to shoot back a little bit, set the record straight. All right. Somebody said she called Donovan Sharp the N-word. All right. Like I said, she throws out a lot of microaggressions, but we're not going to dig into her character. Shout out to her. We know what it is. It's all YouTube. It's all in love. Yo, be playing, be careful sharing things. She copyright stuck my stream playing backward clips. I'm fighting it now. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Appreciate you giving me the heads up. All right. Appreciate that once again. All right. All right. So we'll play just a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and we'll invite some guys to the panel.
So your woman's supposed to be a reflection of you. So what does that say about you, bro? So at the end of the day, so you guys are doing all this shit, which is cool, do you, but it sends the wrong message. And I think myself and this gentleman right here will be able to provide some clarity for the people who do want to stay or who are on the fence. You know what I mean?
So on a quick note, the only white man I know on color time. Welcome, Glenn Lawrence.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, brother?
Now, first 40, and they're hooking up with these 19-year-olds and finessing them to get them take them back to the mainland.
You can't make this up. All right. 40-year-olds. All right. The culture in South America, they look at age really anywhere besides the West. They look at age very differently, especially the age of a man. All right. Yes, you will be able to date. You have more access to women in their 20s. All right. They like older men, more established men. All right. It's probably one of the better relationships, older man, younger woman. We already know. All right. That makes a good team. But the association of us, going over there, now we're overweight and we're old, we're unsuccessful, and that's the reason we decided to travel. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. And none of these guys have traveled overseas. I'm pretty sure none of them have passports. But let's get back to it. Like I said, we're gonna shorten it up because they just threw shots the whole time. But we're gonna shorten it on up. We're gonna go ahead and end the video in a second. I just want to hear with a few more talking points.
And then the next thing they know, they have kids with them, so they're getting access to all this military medical care, and they're getting to his retirement and all this kind of stuff. But the cats who going over for these passports, unless you plan on staying in that country, you bring in these women to America and they leaving your ass in 5 to 6 years because they like.
U.S. has a 50% divorce rate. Women are already leaving us, fam. It's 1 out of 2. All right, they already leaving, fam. Like, what are you really talking about here? You really just don't know. Just admit you don't know what you're talking about.
You said that they're getting tired of sweating, your fat ass sweating on them.
So passport bros are also overweight.
And then what's going to happen, these American women are going to be like, you could take half his money like Fufu from Eddie Murphy. You could take half his money.
See, yeah, it's like they kind of pandering towards the guests a little bit there. Kind of like pandering a little bit.
And you can be out of here and you can go find you a man. Seriously, I don't know how many times you go see these women who with these out of shape, just fat, nasty dudes in the gym working it out because they know they like on the treadmill, like, 2 more years. I
want to say something real quick about that. First off, they've come down kind of hard on the whole green card fake marriage thing. They really do their investigations more so. Listen, if you want to bring your girl back to the States, that's on you. I don't live in the States. I don't plan on ever living in the States again. I like the quality of living that I get overseas more so. All the global benefits that you get. So that's not, and most women, believe it or not, guys, that I've ran into or been in relationships with, they're not really itching to get back to the States as well. All right. But that's a big misconception. And once again, more propaganda. All right. A little bit more of the video, and we're going to hop on to the rest of the show.
2 more years with this motherfucker. And then I could get me somebody right, and they just getting left, and And that's what these cats aren't realizing, that these women ain't sticking around. They got access to too much information. They know
So I know people that have done it and they live a very good life and they enjoy it. But they were also in the military. And
now this guy, he kind of came in a little bit more of a balanced statement. He said his brother lived overseas in Italy and he's never coming back. He got married to an Italian woman and never coming back to the United States. So he came in with a little balance.
They actually fell in love with, people in that country. So it was not like they were doing it so much because they couldn't get women. They just like the culture out there more. And one of them is my brother. My brother lives in Italy and he's never coming back.
Keep in mind, this is a white guy. It's not the black. Now the black man throwing us on the bus. This is a white guy.
He's in the Navy. He's never coming back, and he loves it.
So, Glenn,
no issues there. No issues there by what he said, right? None of the black guys said anything.
So much people are complaining in the chat.
Hold on.
We're talking about men that specifically leave because they're not successful in this country with getting a woman to submit, because that's really what we're talking about. So with that said, I'm just going to straight out ask you gentlemen on the panel, just straight out ask you, why have you not grabbed your passport and traveled out of the country to find a wife or date various women? Why have you not gone out of the country? Why is the United States enough for your marriage choices and your dating choices? Why have you not left?
Sure. Let me start. So, this whole passport thing, now traveling is, I think it's essential to kind of broaden your horizons. But in this particular case, Jen, traveling is strictly for women, right? Because you're not successful with women. Now, it never dawned on me to uproot my whole life to go look for a woman that could just simply say yes to me or submit to me.
You know how many passport bros dated successfully in the States, man? Been married, children, past relationships.
A lot of times for me, I truly believe if a woman's not into me or it's not working for me, then she's not the one for me. Now, this is through trial and error, right? I'm an older guy, so I've been through some shit, the toxic shit and all that, but I learned from those mistakes. But quite frankly, the reason why I don't feel that I should uproot my life strictly for women is because, and this is no disrespect, women aren't really a priority for me, and they shouldn't be a priority unless you vetted her and you decided that you're going to do something with her. I can't make random pussy a priority if I don't know where they're going to be placed in my life. So for me, I think a lot of guys are lost. They don't really know what they're doing, and they're allowing women overseas to give them some type of purpose and guidance.
We're allowing women overseas to give us some type of purpose and guidance.
Here's another thing. A lot of these niggas that are hating don't even have their passports yet. That's number one. Number two, a lot of you niggas that are hating never donated to the channel. So the loudest ones in the room are usually the weakest one in the room. You guys are talking about receipts and shit. You guys are living vicariously through other content creators. So at the end of the day, all these youngsters out here, 21, 22, 23 and shit, talking about life experience, bro. I'm still learning at my age. We always learning. So
who don't want that ain't gonna fuck with you if that's what's showing you. But the type of women who want bullshit, party and bullshit, they're gonna be with you all day, and that's where that's gonna be your barometer for how women act out there. It's like, man, all I see is women partying and bullshit, because you own that partying and bullshit. You own that.
All right, so that's enough. That's enough, family. I think we get the gist of the show. We get the gist of it though. But shout out to her. Maybe she'd be willing to come on the stream one day, or I can come on her whole show one day. All right. So let's get back into it. That was enough of that. You guys heard the dialogue there. Nothing but lies being told. That's why we gotta once again set the record straight. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop a link if you guys want to come on. We can chop it up some more. You can tell us, what your thoughts are on this, on the whole passport bro controversy that we got going on now. Somebody says, what? That doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, family. It doesn't make any sense. All right, I just dropped the link in the chat. Hold on, let me see. I think I missed a couple of super chats while you guys come on in. Hold up. All right, hold on. We got guys coming in. All right, if I missed you, apologies, bro. We got WM in West Africa 1980 with $10 super sticker. Man, I really appreciate that. All right, we got some guys coming in. Dudes, guys, give me a favor and cam up if you can. We want to cam up. Cam up if you can, guys. We want to cam up. All right. Shout out to Ed Travels that salute BMT. They're trying to make money from jealousy and hate. I would like to come on. Yeah, bro, come on. Come on in the room, man. We're going to chop it up. All right. Volcana says, thank you. I appreciate the $5 super chat. By the way, he says, so far the panelists on her stream have been extremely sloppy and inarticulate. Yeah, they really didn't. I mean, it's funny, right? Because obviously the white guy that came on for that short, brief segment, his brother is currently living overseas and loves it and is married overseas. So they had no smoke for that. He was in and out, probably because he couldn't really identify with what they were doing, really. Black guys dissing other black guys for the main part about traveling. That's unheard of in the community that he's from, right? Like nobody's going to even mention it. All right. I got some guys in the back. I'm going to bring you on in a second. Let me catch a few of these super chats. We're going to get started. Shout out to Anthony Richardson with the $5 super chat. Man, I really appreciate that. He's not actively dating. I'm in Houston. I keep a rotation, but girlfriend, wifey material, not seeing it. Entitled, masculine, are for the streets is what we get. All right, so shout out to Anthony Richardson. Shout out to this Dre the Kid. Don't want to see another black man living better than them. They can't do it and hate you because you can. All right, let me see here. All right, so let me start to bring some guys on the room. I'd like to welcome in the room. I got my guy, the Mike Story. Welcome to the show.
What's going on?
And I'm going to bring on Ed Travels.
What's happening, family?
Welcome to the show.
What's happening?
All right.
What's happening?
So I'll start with you, Mikey Story. Did you see the clip?
Oh, yeah. I saw the clip.
All right. So what were your thoughts hearing these guys speak on the U.S. bros versus passport brief that we in now? We all need, everybody, we're getting caught from the PUA coaches. Now we got beef with the U.S. bros, I guess. What's going on, man? Why can't we just live our life? Why can't we just enjoy what we do?
Okay. First of all, let me just say this. Here's my bottom line, right? My bottom line is this, and I did a video about this. And speaking of that, I'm gonna share something with you. But let me get to this one point of view, right? My question to the naysayers, haters, whatever it is, okay? So even if a guy is going to whatever the country he chooses to go to, and even if it's about the women, right? Let's take, the lifestyle aside. Let's take economics aside, all these things aside, right? So I'm saying, even if that's the case, and he's saying it is working, why can't you just simply be happy for that brother because he's happy? Full stop. That's my question. You see? Because if the point is you're trying to say, well, we need to be positive, then my point is saying that why not be happy for people if they're living their best lives? So I don't understand the whole pushback of passport bros and this and that, and just to let you know. So like I was saying, I did a video, speaking on what I thought of this whole thing. and I had a guy who left a comment, okay? And he said basically, pull up or whatever. So I pulled up and I reasoned with the guy, and he had hate for you, but that's another story. But the point is I reasoned with the guy and I said, look, if you're living your best life somewhere else, are you going to be happy for that guy, or are you going to be sad for that guy? That was my main point. And then guess what? My other main point was, why should you care? Why is it a big deal? That's my thing. Why? It just boggles my mind. But I guess the backstory of it is, it's kind of like saying, if we don't push the clout, then we're not going to get the views, and and I can also see it from the business point of view of saying, if you beef with this person, it's going to bring about this, even though it might be negative, but it's bringing something. You see what I'm saying? So I could see that too. But again, to me, I don't see that there's a real pushback. There's no real argument. That's just my thought. I can't hear you, brother.
Sorry about that. I want to welcome Ed Travels to the show. What's going on, Ed? How you doing?
I'm good, man. First of all, big love and props to the entire Passport Brothers movement, and to Aaron for keeping it going. I'm here in the A, so you know about that. I'm here in Decatur, where it's greater.
Decatur, east side of the building, east side. I see you.
Glenwood. But my thing, Aaron, man, is I didn't leave the U.S. for a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I did my time in the military. I retired, and I just got tired in general of being in the U.S. Financial reasons, political reasons, whatever. I went to Thailand for a year, and I ended up in Siem Reap, Cambodia, and I found peace.
Okay.
I found peace of mind, and you can't put a dollar figure on that. Earlier this year, I had to come back for some personal reasons, and having been back in the Matrix, bruh, I was shocked. You know how Atlanta is and how the dating scene is, and the attitudes, the dismissing you before you even say a word. You lame, you stick up. And to touch on what my man said earlier, why do you care what I do? It doesn't affect you at all. Travel makes you a well-rounded person. Is learning a new language something bad? And on a much bigger point, Aaron, it's like this, man. Where else have you seen Black men dwell together in unity?
Facts.
Where have you seen? I can hit you up. I can hit Mikey up. I'm going to Cali. I can hit Dre up and say, hey, bro, how do I get from the airport? Is this part of town a good place to stay in? Let's hit up. Let's network. And, cliches are cliches for a reason, and misery loves company.
Facts.
Old girl in that video, bruh, said it the best. You're leaving us. So she goes out. It's interesting to me that they only have one side of the story. They never bring on a brother like you, Aaron, that's going to sit back and refute those ridiculous misconceptions. I mean, you acting like when I land in Cartagena, they laying on their back with their legs spread and bent over because they see my passport.
Right.
I remember Dre telling the story on his live about what he had to go through with Andrea's dad and family to get vetted to be with her. It's just the fact that these women, I can say this from Cambodian women, Thai women, just women in other countries, is that they're raised from the time they're little girls to be wives. It's a cultural thing. So I think the real battle is not so much past bros against US bros, which they started, by the way, to grift and pander to a specific audience that's going to be receptive to that mess. And like my man, like Mikey said, it's for
That's
views, clicks,
Mm-hmm.
monetization. That's what it's for. But little girls are raised. Submission does not mean surrender.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These women are submitting themselves to men that are worthy of being submitted to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 52 years old, bruh. I got kids in college. I don't have time to deal with your attitude. It
Mm-hmm.
ain't that I'm intimidated by you. I jumped out of perfectly good airplanes for 12 years. You think your little attitude scares me?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to deal with your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we need to be careful in how we respond, because what we're doing indirectly, this is just my view, is we're still giving these haters a platform.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? We're
Mm-hmm.
giving them a platform. The more we respond, the
Mm-hmm.
more it appears that they're striking a nerve.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I would just say, hey, look, I can't really holler at you right now. I got a flight to catch.
Facts.
Right.
Real facts. And we from
Well-spoken,
the
man.
same city. We
Well spoken.
we didn't.
Well spoken.
Hold up, mom mute again? No, I'm good. Okay. We from the same city, man. In Atlanta, especially in Decatur, you already know that we ain't have no issues getting women. All right.
Not at all, bro.
Absolutely.
Not
None.
at all. If I could just show, and I don't want to, out of respect, I won't show women that my past girlfriends, that I dated in the past, because they're married or whatever they got going on. So I'm not going to show a whole bunch of pictures to prove it, but I'm just sitting here like, bro, do you know how Atlanta was in the 90s and the early 2000s? Like,
Off the
man,
chain, man.
you had a team. You had a team of women in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
8 or 9 to
you had a
1.
woman on the east side, you had a woman on the west side. You know how it was.
You could even get you a little bunny in Alpharetta if you wanted to.
Bunny, Alpharetta, Latina, and Buford. Come on, man.
Absolute bad Buford Highway, man.
All right. I want to welcome Big Will to the show. What's going on today, brother?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Man, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, man. Hey, thank you for bringing me up, man. Yeah, I had to enter in from my Passport Guru's account for this one, so thanks for shouting me out earlier. Man, listen, man, I'm literally out of here in 2 months, and I'm gonna tell you, while I pull the trigger as fast as I am, rent went up $400 just for no reason, and I'm sitting there thinking, what could I do paying $1,500 with a 1-bedroom? What could I do with that in Colombia, or what could I do with that in Rio, or what could I do with that? And so, being, I used to live in Europe for a while. I'm used to traveling. I've lived overseas. And what I've noticed, man, as I've told family members or whatnot, what's about to happen, all these questions come. Of course, I've been planning this for about a year. All these questions come about, they want to make sure you're safe, but they really can't see past the states. They can't see past it. And I'm not mad at it. I get it. I just want brothers that are listening to the channel, that are in the group, is to just stay focused. You have a group of men that have traveled all over the world that actually understand what you are dealing with or what you want to deal with. You can't expect the people that actually do love you to really understand if they haven't had that experience, if they don't even know what's out there. And yeah, man, I mean, I got my 60-day notice in here. I'm selling everything. I'm like, look, I'm out. Like, for real. I'm going. I shouldn't have came back. I should have stayed in Europe, but I just wanted to come and give it. No, I'm gone. So I'll be in Colombia in January for sure.
Man, congratulations, man. Congratulations.
You,
we got to definitely link up when you get to Colombia.
Oh,
and I've been there. I've been there, bro. Hey, when I got back from I got back from Colombia, it was like a week. I was like, I'm out. Selling the house, I'm out. I told my family back in 2017 that I was going. I don't think they really believed me. When I got back from Brazil, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this, man. I'm pretty much going to start transitioning myself or putting myself in a position where I can either make money online or get enough, get some type of residual income from the States, because it's not even really so. It wasn't about the women. When I made that decision, it had nothing to do with the women.
Amen.
All right,
Yeah.
It was just the quality of life I could get for my American dollar. Do you know what $1,500 can get you in Colombia? Even in the nicest areas. When I moved to Colombia and I started looking for my permanent apartment, we used to just walk in Colombia. It's much different than America, right? You can just literally just walk to the security guard and ask him, hey man, you got some apartments available? And then they'll call, they'll say, yeah, we got some apartments available. And they'll literally give you the keys and say, hey, go ahead and check the apartment out. And here's the landlord's number. So I'm going over there looking at different apartments, and I'm seeing 3-4 bedrooms. They're telling me, yeah, this is the room for your maid right here. And this is the master bedroom. I'm like, this is the master bedroom? I'm like, damn, you know, like just huge, because you can get a really good quality apartment that's unfurnished in Colombia. At least at that time, this was during COVID, for like $1,000, maybe 800, 900, with one of the best views you'll ever see in your life there in Medellin. All right. You almost look like you're looking up the heavens because the clouds are coming over the mountains, you know. So it's like the most beautiful thing that you would ever see. So that thing that she said, I guess he said that, you know, guys are, you know, moving overseas specifically because they can't get women in the States. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
What's the difference between people from New York or people from California? Either they moving to Florida or they moving to Texas. They're taking their New York dollars and they're coming down to Florida, or they're going over to Texas where their dollars stretch. No one's yelling, oh, well, you just couldn't make it work up there in New York with that high rent, or you know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, I don't expect them to get it. You know, the first thing I did after I bought my plane ticket, I looked up I looked up the place to go to a cooking class. I looked up the place to go to a couple of salsa classes. And I've been dancing salsa since 1999. But I already in my head was creating the life that I want to live there. So I had to actually look for the things and hobbies that I'm interested there so I can get a full experience about a place that I'm trying to live at. And that's what a lot of people aren't hearing. They're not hearing these voices. And shout out to Andre and Andrea about with Love Crossing Borders. The content that he puts out about Cali and the way, like I hadn't seen it before. So when I reached out to him, I said, thank you, bro. Thank you for showing, you know, Colombia and, you know, specifically Cali in a different space, in a different light. So other brothers can kind of see, okay, all right, but see, this is what I'm geared toward. You know what I'm saying? Because the other stuff that's what's got a light on it right now. And that's all people going to see. And it's getting views and people going to gravitate to it, period.
People gravitate towards negativity, unfortunately.
That's right.
We're going to keep this movement positive. Go ahead,
Aaron. Hey, I wanted to touch on another big misconception about. I thought it was absolutely ludicrous when I heard that brother talking about bringing those women back to the U.S. Clearly, they don't understand the visa situation and getting a foreign woman back in the U.S. from the jump. But secondly, bruh, common sense. If I'm leaving, why I want to bring her here?
Exactly.
And more importantly, what about, we all know how strong the family dynamic is in these countries.
Strong.
It's probably even more paramount than you. She wants to maybe come to the U.S. I want to see New York and all the stuff she's seen in movies and TV, but she ain't leaving that family. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's this thing about trying to make it look like I'm going somewhere where I'm welcomed, embraced, celebrated, and appreciated as a bad thing. You know, not saying that all of us are paid or whatever, bro, but I got to fly back to Cambodia, man. That ticket ain't cheap on Delta, bro. So I've already gotten to the point where I got my finances in order so I can enjoy this type of lifestyle. You know, so all this stuff about me being dusty, broke, and all, I could care less what they say, man. Yeah, I just think that misconception needs to be tested. Those women don't want to come back here.
Exactly. Especially after I show them men to society and boys in the hood. You want to see America? Here, check this out.
Oh no.
I just want to make a quick point, if you don't mind.
My ex-girlfriend in Colombia, you know, she's like, this is how they really act in America. I was like, yeah, it's crazy over there. You never want to go there. Go ahead, Mikey. I'm gonna welcome Peaceful Life in.
Yeah. Another misconception that I also heard, right, is where do they get off saying that, you know, this is being advertised that the women are being pushed as the reason. And, you know, the truth of the matter is, can anyone on the panel honestly tell me in the travel industry, right, when you look at those ads, especially on the TV and things like that, like how much of that advertisement do you see that they're actually coming out and they're saying, go there because of this beautiful woman, and you're going to get this beautiful woman because of her attitude, and she's submissive, yada, 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, what you see in those advertisements is a few seconds of maybe a nice looking woman doing something, but that's not the overall message. Matter of fact, the overall message that they're going to be pushing on those advertisements, you know, is what's so great about the place. They're going to focus on the land. They're not focusing on the women, you know. So the advertising that they're misconstruing, to me, that's more of a YouTube thing, which is a very, very small, minute thing compared to the travel industry that you're talking, you know, in the billions that they reach out to day in and day out. So just wanted to, you know, put that out there.
That's facts. That's facts. Another misconception I want to touch on, and I'm bringing on Peaceful Life. I don't know where they get this from, but they're all women overseas are broke, dusty, poor, and uneducated. Like there are no lawyers, there are no nurses, there are no doctors. All right, you know, like there are no business owners. All women, when we get off that plane, they're running up in sandals and t-shirts because they're so poor and impoverished. And the only reason they're going to be with us is for us to take care of them financially. Like women don't want to get taken care of financially in the States. So that's another big major conception. Listen, you know, everybody in the audience, you know, the chat and whatnot, you know, people that might watch this video, they have successful women overseas as well. All right. America is not the only country in the world where women work and have successful jobs. You can look at Andre's channel. You know, his wife is very successful. My ex-girlfriend now is a lawyer. All right. One was the dentist. All right. So you still can date women that, you know, are on their purpose, you know, they're educated, you know, whatever you want to say. You still can date, you know, like you would be dating in the States. All right. I want to go ahead and welcome A Peaceful Life on the show. How's it going, brother?
Hey, make sure you guys can hear me.
Yes,
guys,
sir.
Can
Hear you loud and clear.
Hey, salute to the panel, man, and thank you for inviting me on your channel, man. And you know, I'm all about supporting the brothers and helping empower men, liberating men from the matrix that is this gynocentric nation called America. But I salute you, brothers, man, for having the courage to live life on your own terms. And I watch a lot of the information, and be honest with you, I'm one of the biggest assassins in all these dating coaches and all these guys spreading these rumors and nonsense on their channels, trying to suppress men's freedom. But I always equate it to the plantation mentality, post-traumatic slave syndrome. And you watch the movie Django, and you know, the first thing Snowball asks is, why is that ninja up on that steed? And the problem is that they're not used to seeing black men free and living life on their own terms. And that's why there's so much pushback for us versus other races of men, because for so long we have accepted mediocrity from our women that are not competitive in terms of the broader scope of relationships and marriages, where they're not earning the right to be wives or earning the right. So they'd be able to give men any type of mediocrity, whether it be from treatment, cooperation, their weight, how they live their lives, and how they present themselves to us as men. So we've had so many years of that, when they finally see men free, you got the snowballs, what I call them, the snowballs, maybe the dating coaches and men in general, that don't want other men to live in misery. So it's really a slave mentality when you see some of these men. That's why other cultures don't experience like us. And I think it's a shame, because I tell you what, it's not going to change anything I say or do. Because for me, it's easy for me to take them apart, because many of these guys are not even close to the standard of many of these travel brothers. They don't even have the background. Some of these guys are making YouTube content at the basements of their mama's home. So they can't afford to travel like the travel brothers. They can't go to these places. They don't have the resources. And for many of the black women, even though they are a certain way, they look at it as resources leaving the community. So it's about money for them. Even though they're not with these men, they look at money going places. They don't even care about the men. So it's the hatred on the part of some of these men that are, I call them simps, or those that want to sell their products to men, and women that want money to be around to bail them out of their undisciplined actions.
That's a very good point. And you are ex-law enforcement, correct?
Well, but I did 22 years law enforcement. I retired out, but I've also, I've been in these communities, from coaching basketball. I mean, my son is currently traveling overseas with college basketball now, so he's doing his thing. But
okay, so I want to ask you: did you recognize like the host? I don't know if you saw the video, but her body language and her inflection of the words, like you said, it's like they're worried that we're leaving, even though they're not really with us. They worried when they see successful men leaving and having that option, just the option just of a small percentage of men with passports, because it's a small percentage of us with passports now, but just that little small percentage, they're worried. That's why you see all these viral videos. I don't know if you saw the other clip that's went viral, the woman saying you can't leave because y'all on child support. Y'all better sit y'all ass down. You're just like, huh?
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, it goes against the empirical evidence. We know that over 65% of men are childless in the Black community and in the middle class. So what they see is the threat of it spreading to other men. Like, it's like the escaped slave that brings news of freedom. They don't want this to the other men to figure out, hey, I don't have to put up with this annoying succubus demon in the house with me. I can actually use what I've worked for. I call it relationship capitalism. And I can go out here and find a woman that is cooperative, submissive, in a culture that respects masculinity. And I can it's just capitalism. So I don't have to put up with this nonsense. It's like going to a restaurant that offers you poor service, and you have to go there because you've been cultured to go to that same restaurant. And then somebody says, hey man, why are you taking that treatment over there? There's a better restaurant down the street that's going to treat you like a king. And you exercise your capitalism and say, you know what, I'm going over there. But then the haters at that restaurant are still throwing stones at you because they feel that they have an entitlement. See, the welfare mentality is really taking over our community so much that people have they want the unearned in terms of relationship, especially. Women think that, they don't think that they have to work for Black men. They think that because so many of our uncles and fathers were simps, and they accepted so much mediocrity and so much combativeness that this become an expectation. And now you guys talking about liberation, they're like, hell no. I'm going to get out here and put these ninjas back in place. So that's what comes down.
Hey, Aaron, if I could touch on that video with her, and I don't know the sister personally, I gain absolutely nothing in this world by disparaging somebody, having to put somebody down to make myself look better. But I can comment on what I saw, and in the beginning, her very first thing was, here's my Cash App. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of letting me know what the purpose of this video is from the jump. And then secondly, she was in command of that panel. You feel me? She was, I'm going to bring brothers on that I can steer the conversation. Because when the white brother came on and said, agreeing with the points that we make, right?
Facts.
Mikey, you saw that. And when he came on and said, my brother lives in Italy, it wasn't about this, it was about his money going further. Do you see how quickly she intervened and said, oh, we're not talking about that. Let's focus on the brothers that are leaving just to go get women. I learned very quickly when I first started traveling, this thing about going out just to have sex with other, they tricking here, bruh. LA, Atlanta, Miami, Las Vegas, whatever.
Man, Atlanta, come on, man. You already know what goes on.
Hey, bro. Hey, the Blue Flame.
Come on. Right outside the strip clubs.
And the thing about it is, what about the Stella got her groove back? Y'all going down on the girl trips. And, I saw Nene Leaks on the video talking about what happens on the girls' trip stays on the girls' trips. You're doing the exact same thing, but I'm not going to allow somebody to boil me down to like I'm walking around with, my stuff in my hand, just looking for somebody. Like Big Will said, we're trying to convey a concept that they're ill-equipped to understand. If you've never been there,
Absolutely.
you can't speak on it.
Exactly.
Facts.
It's just the fact that you can't. But she steered that panel. She was in charge. And when that white boy came on there and said, "Hold on," she started to realize, oh, he's not pandering. He's not going along with what these other brothers say. And then she quickly turned the conversation back to the hate and the misconception.
She got him on up out of there quick. Because he wasn't about to speak his talking point. But I'm gonna catch a super chat real quick. I want to give a shout out to Big Ben with $10 super chat. Man, I really appreciate that. Those panelists were very close-minded and arrogant. The mindset is that the U.S. is superior over every country on the planet and lower quality. Our departures make them feel rejected. I mean, they came in there throwing shots early on, man. We're unsuccessful. We fat. We overweight. I mean, come on, man. The pandering was at an all-time high. Shout out to Tapan with $2 super chat. He says, in the back chat, I have a skeptic. You got to cam up, bro. I don't mind you having a different point of view, but you got to cam up, man, because we got haters. All right? We got some haters. Shout out to Eric Powell with the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Masculine men are supposed to explore, dominate, and spread their seed. How do you think we ended up in North America? That's very true. That's very true. Shout out to GC $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. Western culture is a cancer. All right. Appreciate that super chat. Got another super chat by Wonderful with $10. He says, Frozen Paradise on Memorial Drive used to have them. Frozen Paradise. That might be before my time, bro. I don't remember Frozen Paradise. I remember that.
Sound familiar. Frozen on Memorial Drive? That do sound familiar.
Yeah, it used to be like Fat Tuesdays, man.
Was it down there about okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Memorial Drive.
The frozen margaritas got the thing spinning in the back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That might be
like Wet Willie's.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that. I ain't spent a lot of time on Memorial Drive. I just remember the atrium back in the day. All right.
Hey, brother.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Now, can I respond to that situation for a second with the young lady? What I find a lot, that's why I only go to a few spaces. I'll come here, I'll go to the Kosher, I'll go to Richie Mack. What happens is that Richie Mack, my brother, yeah, cool brother, genuine human being. What I found that is this, even when I first did my YouTube channel, is this. I don't argue with women or some of these men that don't want to see men liberated. The problem is this, nobody's ever going to change the way they think. They think that Black men are obligated or enslaved to the community. So all they're going to come in here and try, when they come into my channel, that's why I kick them out of there, is trying to shame men, call men names, try to say men are weak or whatever, when I think it takes a hell of a lot of courage for a man to leave, go out there and live life on his own terms. So what I don't do is allow them to raise the cortisol level of people. I don't argue with the women. I shut them down right away in terms of community, because you already know what they're going to say. They're going to say the shaming tactics and try to say that men are not, if you guys learned this game, or if you guys were on your purpose, or you guys are, some guys are derelicts or not, whatever. And which is these weak talking points, because the tribal community has some of the most successful brothers in the community. And the shaming language and the nonsense that they come with is all about getting men back in check, get them on the plantation, discouraging them from discovering their freedom.
That's facts. Make a good point. I want to welcome Passport Bro. All right. My boy Passport Bro in the building. What up, man? You muted.
Yeah, man. Passport Bros till I die, baby.
Salute, man.
That's what's up, man.
Hey,
Salute.
I'm not playing no games, man. I'm out of here, baby. Every time I see a brother on the plane, every time I touch down, I say, "Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Where you from?" Automatic bond right there. Get the WhatsApp. We chop it up later when we vibing, man. Do this from Germany, from Africa. That's a good connect for traveling around the world. I might go to Germany one day. I got somebody to link up with. It's not all about the girls, man.
Not at all. It's not at all. And you make a real good point. I'm gonna ask you this question, Passport Bro. Why do you think it's so much easier for black men to kind of connect and get along overseas versus in America, where we kind of be going at each other next? You from the wrong side of town, you from this gang, or you just have a general distrust toward other black men. Why does that all change when you go overseas?
It's because it's not a lot of us out there, man. It's not a lot, because look, say if something happened, right? We say we go out there, some miscommunication with anything. It could be anything. And if we see a brother, we gonna automatically flag him down. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just a bond. It's just a bond thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as like out in America, we looking each other up and down. We ready to, you know what I'm saying? It's that aggressiveness out there. But out in Latin America, when you go out there, it's a cool vibe. We bond more together because it's really not a lot of us out there. That brother that I'm just met probably been going out there for so long. We link up, boom. I need his help. He probably know a lawyer I could get. Come on, man. It's just it's a networking vibe to all the brothers out there, man. Get your passport, man, and vibe. You're gonna see us out there, like I said, man. Yes, sir.
It's almost like it's like you healing to a certain degree. You're almost looking at, because in the States for the most part, we don't, you from another side of town, or you from New York, I'm from Atlanta. Like we'll be cordial, but any wrong word or any wrong statement, you already know it's on. But overseas, you could be from Brooklyn, you could be from California, you could be from Texas. I'm from Atlanta, and now we all vibing out. All right, that's one of the major differences, man. I want to hop over to the Mikey story real quick and ask him, does you have any more misconceptions about Passport Bros?
The only other misconception that I could think of at this moment is, again, the whole notion of women are the sole purpose. And I think a lot of the talking points, or at least from what I've heard so far, it's just ignorance, and my thing is this, is if you don't know something, don't speak on it. It's no different than if someone is going to be speaking about Germany, right? Like with the Passport Bro, he's talking about Germany. Have you been to Germany, Passport Bro?
Actually, I haven't, but the last time I was there, I met a brother, and he was from there, and he was telling me how they welcome they welcome us. They love hip hop.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So now I'm linking with him. I'm about to go out there now.
Right. So here's what I'm about to say, because I've been to Germany and quite a couple of countries. Okay. Now, so just like I was telling you earlier, I was on that guy's panel, and he was talking about, the young kid that's been going viral, right? And he was talking about how this guy keeps pushing this message about, the women. And I simply was trying to tell the guy, listen, even if that's what he's saying, that does not necessarily mean that, you're going to get the same experience. Because, for example, I could talk about the women, right? And I could say, hey, come to Brazil. The women. Okay. You come to Brazil, and your experience of coming out there might just not be about the women, because number one, you speak English, and 90% obviously speaks Portuguese. So that only leaves 10% that actually speak English, okay? Or shall I say fluent English. And because of the 10%, your experience, it might be frustrating, because you're like, man, how can I communicate with these women? So what is this guy talking about? You see what I'm saying? So you might not have a good experience. you know, based on what that guy said. You see?
That's a good point.
So,
That's a good point. I want to hop
yeah,
over
yeah.
to Big Will for a second. He hasn't spoken in a while. Now, you
Yeah.
mentioned that you told your family that you was going to permanently move overseas. Did you have to explain any misconceptions that they had when you told them?
Well, shout out to Deutschland. It should be Deutschland. But yeah, for sure, man. Aaron, I swear, you think, you know, they think it's like the Colombia of the 80s and the 70s, like, you know, the cartels out here running planes and stuff, and the little, you know what I'm saying? And I literally had to go online to show, listen, this is the resort I'm gonna be staying at. Look at this city. It looked like Miami. Like, look, like in their heads, they have a picture that is not realistic. And I technically didn't have to do that, but I wanted to, because it's your family, man. They care about you, and I want to, you know, try to give them as much ease as possible. Just like they don't have my experience before with living overseas. And you know, when I went to Germany, when I lived in Germany, they thought people was walking around, you know, with swastikas or something, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, it's not. First off, you can get a fine for shooting a bird at somebody, €1,000. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they don't even understand. They just live in their bubble. And it just takes some help trying to get, you know, people out the bubble. But people out this community that's attacking the community, you know, they can think what they want. Like, you know, I think Andre was saying is like, he ain't talking about no more Cali videos. Don't go. Just talk as much as you want. Don't travel. The people who get it will get it. They'll pick it up and they'll run with it. And I'm gonna just say this because I'm gonna jump off, man, because I don't want to take any more space up. But I do want to say this before I go, man, to the brothers that in the group, that are watching the channel, that are watching the space. You know what I'm saying? Have the courage to live the life that you want to live. It's very possible to do it. And feed yourself with the positive energy of brothers on this panel and brothers in this space every single day. Because there's going to be times that people are going to, you know, say something to you that you think they love you. You think, but the thing is, stay focused on what you want, the life you want to live, see it, and go after that, and keep feeding yourself with positive information toward that. Keep learning it. Learn the language. Go to italki. I have a Spanish tutor. On italki, you could get a lesson for $5. It's 30 minutes, and it's very inexpensive. Learn the language, build yourself up until you get to there, and so you can kind of hit the ground running. That's all I'm going to say, man. I'm going to go ahead and jump off, Aaron, but thank you for letting me up, man. Everybody on the panel, man, it was a pleasure to be on here with you guys. I definitely been writing everyone's stuff down so I can follow them, okay? All right, this Big Will, represent Passport Gurus, man. Bro. No problem. Thank you, man.
Hey, peace to you, brother.
All right.
Hey, yeah, Aaron, I'm gonna drop off too, man. But I just like to say to all the brothers, just like Big Will said, don't let anybody else stomp on your dreams, man. Facts. You know, get out there, live your life to the fullest, be smart, be safe. Remember that haters never hate on losers, man. They only hate on winners. And your net worth is directly equivalent to your net work.
Facts.
So all of these brothers right here, take in the knowledge, take in the advice, and it's been a pleasure being on here with y'all, man.
Salute, bro. Appreciate you coming on.
All right, man.
Salute. All right. I want to welcome Tobias the Traveler on to the show.
What's going on? Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, you know, we've had some conversations, Aaron, and I've been running around the world since 2004. And for me, right, you know, I was a young man. You know, I grew up with a family that didn't have much at all, came from a single mom, all that. But I was always communicating, growing up. You know what? I want to do this. I want to, travel here. I want to travel there. And when you come from a broke family, a lot of times they're looking at you like you're crazy, right? Like, boy, you ain't going nowhere. You're gonna be right here in Sacramento, California. And then when you leave, you get your first one, right? And you start catching them stamps. You start doing things. People look at you different. And then it becomes a normality. Like with my family now, they're not looking at me strange. Like, oh, Tobias is leaving, the country. Tobias is going to be living in Germany again. Oh, just digress real quick on what Big Will said. You will catch a fine in Germany if you do something out of pocket, right? That's anything like it. That's racialized. Oh, and it gets reported. You will catch one. That is going to happen. I've seen it. I wanted to add that to it real quick. But
that's a good point.
For the new cats, right, or cats who want to travel, maybe it's been on their mind, their heart for a long time, or maybe it is kind of, I see how, these other cats are, living their lives, having a beautiful time, and they want to go experience that. There's nothing wrong with it. I would say first, don't even communicate it to others because they're going to hate, right? They are going to hate on, this change that you're looking to make because it's foreign to them and they don't share the same vision. They probably never will share that same vision. And when you do something that is different than your norm, they don't know how to accept it. They're like, what are you talking about? How come you just can't stay here in this little bucket, right? This little square. You don't have to stay there. That's your choice. Just like they choose to stay there, go ahead and bounce. Go do you. And when you come back, what's funny is they don't want to hear about your stories. They're going to hear about your experiences, whether you met a beautiful woman or you just on the beach and had some fresh caught fish. They grilled it right on the shore for you with some sea salt and some rice or whatever else you had. You throw pictures up on your social media. They want to see it, but then a lot of times they don't know how. And then if they're afraid of what they don't understand, they'll probably, others will try to ridicule you because you're doing something that they can't, or actually they can, they just choose not to, and they let the fear prevent them from asking you, hey, I'm kind of interested in doing that too. That look kind of cool, versus just being on little jet skis and we've done it 1,000 times, right? How can you give me some information on that? Some folks don't have that. They have a problem with asking for help when it comes to doing something different. And you can volunteer it, but then they may not want to hear it. It's up to you. You know that relationship. But don't ever let these folks talk bad about you. And I was watching that clip earlier, right? When you first started, Aaron, and them two cats, I would have roasted them fools. Oh, they wouldn't want to start with me. I would have went in because I would just ask them real quick. So what's your passport look like? Right? What does it look like? Tell me about your experiences you've had abroad. And let's just keep women aside because, again, as you mentioned, I saw your video, is the message getting lost? Absolutely. What are your experiences abroad that, either led you to think that, okay, being in this other place is just terrible, making you think that, oh, I just got to go back to America. Maybe you like the barbecue here. Okay, whatever. But what is it that makes you think that, life in this other place isn't going to be as great or better for you or this other man who's making that happen? What's causing it? Why do you think this? And we think about let's get some logic in here. Let's get the emotion out of it. Explain to me why. Just like you have your train of thought, that line of thinking that's leading you to believe, oh, the women are this and the women are that. All right, well, let's talk about dial that aside, because again, women gonna be everywhere, and I'm one of them cats whose game is super tight, so no problems with women at all in the States or abroad. I travel because I enjoy it, and I always have. So let's dive deeper into it, right? Because I saw the post also that you mentioned on, I can't remember the chick's name, from the Jenna off the block or whatever it was. Jump on there and just rip these.
Hold on, Tobias. My bad. I was muted. Let me catch the super chats. I don't want to get too far behind.
I'm sorry.
All right. So shout out to Diamond Jim 55 to 5 super chat. I really appreciate that. He says overseas for 35 of the last 40 years. Best clap back is to ignore them. They hate being ignored. Very good point. That's very true. Appreciate that $5 super chat. I got another super chat here by Callie Pierre Louise with the $4.99 super chat. Hopefully I pronounced your name right, brother. I apologize. He said, keep up the good work. Passport locked and loaded.
It's Calix Pierre Louise.
Man.
That's my name.
You already know. All right. Let's see. I got another one here by Jim Rat 08 with a $10 super chat. Man, I really appreciate that. Shout out to all the bros on the panel. I see nothing but positive energy. Appreciate all the advice and hard work y'all do every day. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate that. All right. Got one more by TSG Uncut with the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Passport bros have skills that should be more desirable. Money management, social skills, resourcefulness, coping skills. These are quote unquote lame qualities. Very good point. TSG cut. All right, I want to welcome, what's that? The social loner to the channel. What's going on, bro? How's it going?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Doing good. Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, man. You got the radio voice on, man. What's going on?
So that's my name is Calix Pierre Lewis. That's actually the super chat. If you wouldn't want to know, that's me.
Okay, got you.
Good. I believe the other guy wanted to finish, Tobias, so I'll let him finish before I speak. If that's okay.
Okay, go ahead. Tobias, you want to come and finish your point?
Oh no, he can go ahead and jump on, man.
Okay.
Watching everything that's going on, that's getting how the passport pros are getting attacked and things like that. One of the things I always tell people is if you have anything other than what I have going on and you want to tell me to join your cause, show me the results, show me the receipts, the tangibles. You would have a lot of people that'll be voice this. Are you familiar with like MLMs and those kind of companies? Those sell this product, you're gonna make all this money. Broke people always have ideas to make money. Show me your bank account. You've been doing this for a year. Show me the results that you have. Let me log into your bank account right now, your Chase or whatever you have. Show me the results. That's people. A lot of these individuals that are talking, they don't travel. And if they do, they're going to the resorts, which is just the same old. I call it changing the weather. A lot of time when you go to the resorts like to Jamaica, Mexico, even DR and things of that sense, you're going around the same people. You're just different weather. You understand what I mean? So it goes to the idea like, wherever you go, there you are. A lot of passport bros, the people that the bigger ones, there's still people within our community that's learning, that haven't traveled yet, but they have the desire to try something. But a lot of guys, I'm watching them, they have the receipts, they have the results. They're showing you how happier they are, how better shape that they're getting. Even if you go to these other countries, you don't even have to really change anything. You just get into better shape. You're less stressed. Your blood pressure is going down. This happens to me every time. Literally every time I go out the country, I lose 15 pounds. I don't think I change much. Actually, if anything, I eat more. I eat more, but it's less stress. And a lot of girls are saying, well, these girls only want you for your money and things like that. What do you girls here in the States want us for? To provide for you, to give you a house. That's what every woman wants everywhere you go in the world. That makes no difference with what country you go to. If women always want protection, they want a man who's competent. And a lot of dudes here are competent or doing great things. And the men that should be valued in the States, I find that are not being valued to the degree in which they deserve to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying women older, but they're really not. You're working 60 hours, 70 hours, all these hours. You're back-breaking labor. You're building the house. You're doing all that for all of it, people to take from you for a second. And not only that, sorry for saying it so bluntly, you're working so hard to get a fat chick. Like he's just a basic chick. It's like, would you go to a job where you're working 100 hours a week to get paid $2 an hour? That's what it feels like when you're dating in the States, is working a hard, labor-intensive job only to get $2 an hour. You look at your paycheck and you're like, what am I working for? What am I working for? Men have I don't think a lot of men who are of value, who are on their shit, sorry about my language, on their shit, really have any issue paying the bills and doing these things. I personally, when I go out, I love paying the bill. I love showing my woman a good time. I'm a romantic at heart. I will tell people that I'm a romantic at heart. In the States, I'm not, because they run game. I have no issue if you say, hey, I like you. We go out, I spend $200-$300. I have no issue with that. If you are going with the intention of trying to get to know me, you might find out you don't like me. That's cool. That's to be expected. If I invest in something, the stock might go down. It's the same thing to me. I don't mind losing money if the intention was there for something to actually happen. Well, a lot of these girls are just like, oh, take me here, buy my nails, do. And then after you drop them off, they're going to another dude's house. I'm the other dude, by the way. Trust me, that's how the conversations I've had with girls after a dude dropped them off. Oh, man, I be dropping them back off the house. That's why I love Uber. I can drop her right off her house to your house and you won't even know. Yeah, I'm her Uber, bro. Don't worry about me. Yeah. Why? She had the same Uber every week? I don't know, bro. Getting real lucky. So a lot of guys, man, I've watched a lot of dudes, and for a very long time, as I said before, men have been going into a negotiation with no real way out. And if you go into a negotiation and you're not willing to walk away and you have nowhere else to go, you're going to take anything. I've seen some of the stuff men here put up with, and that's because where else you going to go? And now we're telling them, no, bro, there's a promised land. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be stressed out. You don't have to do all this work for nothing. And that's what that, bro. I have the receipts, man. Like, hold up, let me show you guys something. I'm on my third passport.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my third passport. Hold up. This is my like. Hold up. Let me see. Hold on. Wait. Give me a second. It's upside down. All the like. I'm not these. I tell them, man. Like I listen. I've been around the world. This is my third passport. That's already about to be filled up. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
and I can tell you for certainty, going overseas is going to change your life. Because another thing again goes to the idea of working for $2 an hour. When you go overseas and see the value that you can get, you're going to come back here and work even harder so you can leave. You're going to naturally work on your fitness. I have so many dudes that went to Brazil. They came back. They're like, man, I was working this dead end job. I need to go get me a better job. I need to go find out how to be an engineer. I need to go find out how to be a programmer. I need to go find out all these, because men are motivated by women. It's just that's why people say, oh, why we all talk about women? Because that's really a lot of men's motivation. Yes, we want to stuff for our great stuff, but realistically, if we're men, put me in one room with a fridge and food. I'm good. I don't need all that extra stuff. But we do that for the ladies. We get you the better buildings. All that extra stuff is for y'all. And if we're in the States and we've seen what we're getting for our work, who would want that exchange? Nobody. Nobody. A lot of girls are getting mad because now I'm watching some of these guys and I'm like, man, look at this dude. And I'm on these groups. They're like, oh, I do this. This is what I do for work. Oh, I got this retirement plan. I got this thing going on. I'm like, I can see why the ladies are mad because the competent men are leaving. It's the same why the Pookies and Ray Rays are having 6, 7 kids and they can't afford to leave. They can't afford to do nothing else, so they're stuck here. And a lot of dudes are jealous. They got felonies that they can't go to certain countries and all these things going on. And the men who have built something and actually have something are like, I'm out. I'm taking my resources and I'm leaving. And once you take that away, that's why they're fighting. Because if you take away the competent men, what do you have left? Like I tell people, I have no kids, but I know a dumb mother with like 9 kids, and realistically, what are those kids going to become statistically? What are they going to become? It's the same thing. When they have all these dudes here, got nothing going on, that's all that's going to be left because men who are intelligent are looking and saying, look, there's a better deal over there. And men who are, know how to work life and things like that have always gone to better lands for better opportunities. That's always happening, and this is where the shift is happening right now. And these ladies know they're going to be left behind because they can't do the same thing we do. They can't go overseas and try to find a man because those dudes are not going to put up with it. They're not. And men are the leaders. Men are the leaders. How are you going to bring a dude over there making $200 a month and try to, no, it's not because you want a man who has the ability to provide that lavish life. You want to take 3 girl trips and 4 boo trips and all that. How are they going to be able to afford that? Let's be realistic. And you're not going to be able to submit to them, whatever they like to say, though. But men, we have that, and we're going to go over there and give our resources. So I'm going to let the next person jump on. Thank you for having me. I'm just going to chill here for a little bit. Just lock and load it.
There we go. All right, guys. We've been here for a little minute. We're going to go ahead and start ending the show now. I want everybody's closing statement. Let me catch this super chat by Dr. Educated Idiot with the $5 super chat. He says, I'm going to order a personalized license plate for my new Porsche 911. It will say passport bro for the haters and fake gurus.
That's hard. That's hard.
That is hard. That's it. That's hard. Shout out to the Dr. Educated Idiot. We got official G's since 1999 $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. All right. So, guys, let me go ahead and sum up the show. I want everybody's closing statement. I'm going to start with you, the Mikey story.
Yes.
Anything you want to say in ending with the misconceptions of passport bros?
Overall, just to sum up the misconceptions is if you don't know something, don't speak on it, because the worst thing that you can do is speak on something that you don't know the information, you're ignorant about it, and especially if you're speaking to a larger audience that you have influence with, that you could be giving them bad information or you could be giving them wrong information, and they're thinking what you're saying is correct, when in fact it's not. It's just ignorance because 1, you've never experienced it, or 2, you never researched it, or 3, you don't know about it. So that's my overall point, you know, about the misconceptions. But overall, I just wanted to say, you know, like I was saying in the beginning, is I think for the most part, if most people would have the attitude of live and let live, then who cares if I'm happy living on this side of the world or I'm happy living here? Who cares? Because guess what? By the time all this passport bros argument is done, nobody's going to care. They're going to move on to the next thing. So in a way, it's kind of a fad talking point, you know. So it's gonna die off. Nobody's gonna care about this after a while, and it's gonna be next, and everybody's gonna get back to, okay, all right, let's get back to the real thing and just say, okay, you know, if you wanna travel and find out what life is like, then go over there, experience it for yourself. Once you've experienced it yourself, if you find that whatever it is that's over there that seems to give you something that's going to make you say, that's going to give me the best life possible, and you're willing to make it happen, then you're going to go over there. If you're happy to stay right there in your own land, then stay in your own land, you know? So live and let live. Other than that, my brothers, one love.
Good point. Good point. Peace out, bro.
All right, love.
Appreciate you coming on. Oh, damn. Hold on. Let me, my bad, bro.
That's all right.
Hey, go ahead. Peaceful Life with your closing statement. Any misconceptions?
Well, my closing statement is real simple. If you have a problem with men who travel or the passport brothers, you have a problem with capitalism, specifically relationship capitalism. The problem with the community is we're so used to men accepting mediocrity and men not living life on their own terms that when they do see men that are free and living life mediocrity and men not living life on their own terms, that the first thing they do is they try to shame the brothers. They try to discourage them or deter them from living a good life. The reality of life is this: if somebody was leaving you a pot of gold or a briefcase full of money, only a fool would be shaming them. The reality is that the problem fundamentally is a lack of, people don't want to compete, and misery likes company. So what I always say is this: I box out all the haters. That's why I created my channel as a sanctuary. I don't talk to simps. I don't talk to chicken heads. I don't talk to any of these people that would like to come in and discourage the brothers. Chicken heads can't talk to me. See, I go back to the 90s when we used to call them chicken heads. I don't know what they call them nowadays because we've inflated the value of chicken heads in this economy over here. I call it the chicken head economy. So for me, I just roast them all day long. I will delete their message out of my chat. I will box them out because fundamentally they don't have nothing good intended for Black men living free. And I won't allow them to raise the cortisol level for the men that are coming to this space for positive motivation, for empowerment, encouragement. So salute to all your brothers and keep living life on your own terms. F the haters. This is about men living their best life. Peace to you, brothers, and enjoy your Sunday. To heck with the haters. If you weren't having anything good, they would have nothing to say. And nobody complains about a man leaving him a pot of gold, only a fool. Peace to you, brothers.
Salute, man. Appreciate you coming on. All right. We got the passport, bro, in the building. What up, passport, bro? Closing statements on any misconceptions about passport bros that you want to clear up.
I'm going to try to make it quick, man. First off, going back to the other gentleman, man, check this out, man. When you in Colombia or something and you actually buy a female, like, you know how in America where you got the flower ladies, the girls out there really take that to heart. If you buy a girl like some flowers or something, they really take that to heart. Like, even if you just met the girl, they like, damn, oh wow, thank you. You know what I'm saying? They don't. You in America, you get some flowers, they throwing it on the floor. As soon as you're not looking, you done paid $20 for these flowers, and they'll throw them on the floor. Like they don't in America, they don't care, man. Another thing too, roaming around in South America, like I've been out on dates with girls who aren't pros, man. I didn't strike out on the first night and all of that, and I couldn't pay even if I wanted to. Like all the women in South America are not prostitutes. I really hate when people say that. It makes me mad. Like they do not. All that's embarrassment. That's like saying all the black women in America are thoughts and on Section 8. Like the black women in America be like, yo, what? No, I got a job here. I'm independent. So stop stereotyping women in South America, man. The last thing I want to say is that I'm tired of talking about this, but everybody keeps congratulating me, and I didn't think it was such a big deal. I actually planning for my future, man. I brought me property in Cartagena, Colombia. Okay, it's not a lot of money, bro. Okay, I've been going out there so much. I just said, man, let me see how much the cribs are. I brought me a condo that's literally 2 blocks away from the beach, right? Cartagena is 5 minutes away from the airport, and it's 5 minutes away from downtown, bro. I got my own crib. I paid 35 grand for it. I own that. That's mine. I'm putting like 5,000-6,000 into renovating. I'm building up the kitchen, the bathroom. I'm making it Americanized. So when you come in there, you're gonna have the big screen TV. I got the view of the city. I paid $35K for an apartment that I own. That's 5 minutes away from the airport, bro. Like all my brothers out there, man, if you got some money put to the side, man, get you a property, man, rent that joint out, put it on Airbnb while you in the States. I'm putting security cameras in my joint. Like, come on, man. And any brothers that want to rent the joint out, man, holler at me. It'll be up soon. I got hot water. They complain that people in Colombia don't like to shower in hot water. I got hot water. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, man.
I got a parking space. I got security downstairs. You cannot get in my place without ID. He got the blicker on him. You try to come back crazy. He got the blicker on him on the side. You act crazy, they gonna blam you. So yeah, man, invest out there. It's only 35K. I got a 3-bedroom apartment, bro. Come on, man.
Trying to tell them.
Let's get out this state, man. Come on, let's get the passports. Let's make moves, baby.
That's what's up, man.
Last thing. And it's an amendment. I put my lawyer. It's an amendment, right? So if I do happen to have a kid or I get married, it's an amendment in my contract that I brought that they can't even take the crib from me.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Well, congratulations and salute to you, man. We're gonna chop it up.
Peace.
And I'm coming holler at you in Cartagena soon too, bro.
Bro,
come holler at you.
I'm throwing you the key, baby. All you gotta do is hit me. Matter of fact, if I'm in America, I could just send you the PIN code. Just come on in, put the PIN code in, open up the door, man. That's how we do it out here. Black men connect. We gotta stick together, baby.
That's how we do it, man. That's how we do it. Peace, bro.
Peace.
All right, we got Tobias the Traveler, man, in the building, man. Any misconceptions you want to clear up?
Misconceptions, you know what? I would say so people can understand, you know, who you are as as a traveler, a passport bro, however you want to label yourself. Document it, right? Document your travel. So you say, hey, you know what? I'm not just out here, doing the whole, the dating thing.
Wilding out. Yeah, right. Wilding out thing.
Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But that's nobody's business but yours. But still show people, hey, this is the beauty of, the location that I'm in, whether you're in Cambodia, Laos, any place in South America, you in Japan. Show people what it is. But you know what? I find when I listen to people talk, right, the naysayers, is typically they're talking about brothers going to Spanish-speaking countries, Latin America or to the Caribbean. They're like, oh, well, these women are, dead, broken, hungry, or possibly Eastern Europe, because you don't hear them talking about, that brother who's spending time in the UK or the Brotherhood spending time, in China or in Japan or wherever they choose to be, like in what we would deem first world countries. You don't hear that, but you hear a lot of it. That negative talk about, like, again, going to Latin American countries. No, show them what it is. Like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what I'm doing. And when you show them, they can't say anything negative. Like, oh, it is kind of beautiful. It's actually about probably, this is where your screensaver, your old school screensaver when your computer came from. Spots like this. This is what it is. Show them so they can actually get a better understanding. And if you, like, again, learn the language. If you learn the language, it also tells people that he's actually, taking part in the culture, not just you was there for 6 months, but you didn't learn any Spanish, or you were there in Brazil for 6 months and you didn't learn any Portuguese, or wherever you choose to go. Yeah, learn the language. It really, really shows that, again, you're not just out there doing that. Now, again, if you are, do you. That's nobody business but yours, right?
Fast.
So, yeah, dispel the naysayers at any time you get, at every chance you get, but you don't really have to address them with, directly. Just, show what your lifestyle is, and people. The funny thing is, they really want it, right? They really want to do that because. Whether it was a rapper saying it or somebody else, man, I would really like to be able to do that. Well, you're doing it. Put it out there. Let them see it. Like, let them just put your greatness on display. And live your life. Who cares about what they think? You gonna die happy. They're gonna die miserable. Okay, well, you ain't got to associate with yourself with it. Just continue doing you and associate with other brothers, right? Of every ethnic background that share your viewpoints.
Good point, man. Very good point. Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thank you very much. We'll catch up.
And I got that email. I'm gonna hit you on the WhatsApp soon.
Cool. Got it. We'll link up.
All right, peace.
All right.
The social loner, the man with the radio voice. I save you to the end, bro. Go ahead and give your closing statement. Is there any misconceptions that you want to clear up before we go?
Sorry, I had it muted real quick. Honestly, man, like what I'm telling people is you gotta just say screw the naysayers, man. Passport, bro. I love that you're buying property because that's another thing that we have to do. We just can't be traveling these countries without investing and setting up for our future. But the last thing I just wanted to show one thing. Let it speak for itself. You go out there, you have fun. Hold up. That's my boy.
Okay.
That's my boy.
Nice. Okay. Here we go.
Just be out there, man. Look. Show them the receipts, man. That's what I say. Show receipts. Show who you chilling with. I'm chilling with some cool people. We're having fun. We're just out there living our lives, man. Everybody else can keep talking what they want to talk. All right. We're doing better things. All right, brothers. Invest in yourself. Get your money up. Get your health up. And just be out. Be out. What can they really do? They can just talk what they want to talk. Talk your talk. I'm going to walk my walk. That's how I got to look at it. All right. Thank you, brother, for having me. Peace.
Appreciate you. Come on. Salute, bro.
Salute.
Appreciate that. We got to do a show soon, by the way. We got to do a show soon, man.
All right, man. I just bought a bunch of stuff, man. I just like the way it looks. I just bought it. Because why? I can do what I want, man. I'm not out here chasing these. I make my money and I chill and I'm out. I'm about to go to Jamaica next month. I'll think about going to Mexico tomorrow just for the day. I might just do that. Peace.
Peace, bro. Facts. All right, let me catch these super chats. We're going to go and get out of here. Shout out to Shay Star with the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. You seen how the bros smiled once they heard the good news from Passport, bro. Very dope. Yeah, man, we love for each other to be successful. Shout out to my dude Cardell out there in Sasua with the new restaurant, Wings and Waffles. Salute to Passport, bro, once again for his purchase. I get good news all the time. Guys opening up business, buying properties overseas. I mean, Passport, bro, is winning in a big way. And as you can see, we got receipts to prove it. All right, shout out to 34 _ Dante with the $10 super chat. Man, I really appreciate that. Appreciate you super chatting. All right, guys, that's it. That is it. I'm gonna play a little clip. Guys, do me a favor if you haven't subscribed to my backup channel, Passport Bro TV. You can definitely sub to that channel as well. I'll play a little clip of one of the videos before we go. What's going on, YouTube? It's your man BMT in the house. Yo. All right. As you can see, we got the mountains in the background right here. Got a big river beneath those buildings right now. Not beneath, but behind those buildings. Have a big river going all the way across there. Probably can't see it from here. And you got the beach over this way. All right, as you can see the beach right there. All right, little balcony area right here. All right, let's get it. Hey, what's going on, family? We out here. We walking, man. See, nice little buildings here. You can tell it's a pretty safe neighborhood over here where I'm at. Yo, we in here, baby. Getting our journey on, walk on, exercise on. Let's get it. Gotta love the rainforest. Gotta love Brazil. I will say this though. I wish, it didn't rain as much. I mean, we in the rainforest, totally understandable. But it rains a lot out here. Not to be a Debbie Downer. Definitely want to come in the right time. If you luck up, you might get, I would say, 4 days out of the week where it doesn't rain. If you're lucky. If you're really lucky, you might get 5. But for the most part, it's either going to be raining or have like an overcast like this almost every day. Which makes the beach even more funner. Because if you want to hit the beach every day, you could. But if you want to hit the beach when everybody else is on the beach, then, you're going to want to wait till the sunny days. Area right there, too. It looks like a very interesting area. I just love exploring South America. South America has so many beautiful, areas and regions, man. It's just so beautiful. Like North America, but this is a little bit more tropical. I can rock with this area a little bit more. Let's go to the other mall. Baja Shopping. Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Baby. Oh man, that's dope.